If you're tired of feeling like you're not getting anywhere, even though deep down you really want to, I got you. Today we're diving into how to actually be productive, and I'm going to share 8 essential strategies to boost your motivation, strengthen your discipline, and build healthy habits that stick. Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I'm going to be giving you guys 8 tips on how to be productive. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, this year when it came to being productive was pretty tough for me. I would wake up every morning, write a list for myself, and maybe check off one thing. And so it got to the point where I was like, okay, something needs to change because I'm not reaching my goals that I am trying to fulfill this year, and this is not going in a good direction. So I had to sit myself down, I had to think, okay, what do I need to change? So before I even get into the tips, I'm gonna tell you the one thing I did that allowed me to get into this mindset to follow these tips I'm gonna give, and that is reading this book. I started reading The Atomic Habits, and it really changed my mindset and just allowed me to view stuff in a different perspective. This book is so good. I realized too that when it comes to productivity, a lot of times it has to do with your habits. If you haven't built a habit, you're more likely to not do something. When you build a habit, it becomes like routine. It's a system within your body that you have to do, which allows you to lead up to the results that you want, basically. This book talks all about it. I highly recommend it. This would be a great read after you watch this video, and then follow the tips that I'm gonna give, and I'm telling you, you will get out of that rut. You will get out of that mode of just not being productive, feeling unmotivated, and just not feeling like you have anything to look forward to. So let's get into this video, guys, because this is gonna be a good one. So the first tip I'm going to give is to set clear and achievable goals. This is very important because a lot of times we have these huge goals that we are trying to accomplish, and sometimes it is okay to allow your big goal to be set into smaller goals. Get an understanding of what you want to do. What is your goals? What are you trying to be productive on? Are you trying to get into the gym more? Are you trying to eat healthier? Are you trying to get a better job? Like, are you trying to make more connections? The whole point of this tip is to figure out what you want, because it's very important. When you don't know what you want, sometimes your vision becomes unclear, and then you just start doing anything and you're not progressing to that end result, which is what you really are looking forward to. So that's why I say be very clear with what you want, because when you're clear, you can figure out the correct path to go down. I also say set small goals, because small goals lead to big achievements. Sometimes when you have this huge goal that might take 4 years to achieve, it doesn't seem achievable in the moment, and then you'll get discouraged. You feel like, oh, like I can't even get to that point. So sometimes it really is baby steps. If you want to look a certain way, sometimes setting achievable goals is, okay, this week let me go to the gym twice a week. Then next week let me go 3 times. Then the week after that I'm gonna spend an hour in the gym all 3 times. You're allowing yourself to form these habits, but it also seems reasonable. And it's like, okay, like I can do that, instead of being like, okay, I want to look like this by the end of the month. When you allow yourself to achieve these smaller goals, you feel like you're progressing. And I brought the gym example up because sometimes like you'll be in the gym, you don't really see progress the first month, maybe not the second month, but the 3rd month you're like, okay, I'm gonna keep going because now I'm seeing it. You feel motivated. I feel like smaller goals allow you to get that feeling as well. Okay guys, so tip number 2 is wake up early. I preach about this all the time. When I first moved to LA, I would get up around 10 and literally go straight to work. I never felt like I had enough time in the day until I started waking up early. What is early to me? Early is around like 7 in the morning. 6, that's kind of it. I'm not at that point right now, but I will get up at 7 in the morning. And when you get up early, you feel like you have so much time. Sometimes by 3 p.m. I'm like, okay, what do I do? Because I already crossed off everything on my list. When you wake up later, your day goes by like this. Waking up early allows you to be more productive, and I feel like when you start getting stuff done in the morning, you start getting on a roll. You're on it. And waking up early allows you to have slow mornings, which is something that's super important to me. I can get up at 7, I give myself an hour to have my coffee, journal, go on my vision boards, Pinterest, all that, and just take a second and then be productive for the rest of the day so that I feel like I have time to do everything that I want. Sometimes when you're really trying to be productive and really trying to get to that next level, you need more time in the day, and waking up early allows you to do that. Okay, so my next tip is to create a daily routine and stick to it. When you have a consistent routine, it just helps with the flow of your day, and it allows you to know what you need to do every day in order to get the stuff done. For instance, like I said, my morning routine, I have that for myself. That has nothing to do with my productivity. That has everything to do with me, my mental health, all that. But when it comes to the gym, I always go to the gym around 12ish to 2. Or when it comes to editing my YouTube videos, I always edit my YouTube videos after 3:30. After I eat lunch, I go to my YouTube videos. So it allows me to have like a consistent routine of knowing what I need to do, when I need to do it, so it just flows. And I feel like for people that are content creators, entrepreneurs, sometimes you have so much you need to do because you're trying to fulfill all these goals and you don't have a consistent schedule like someone that works a job. You have to create that own schedule for you. Now, you don't have to have a consistent schedule every single day, but I feel like when you're trying to get out of that rut of being productive, this is a great way to get out of it, because at this point, you're not being productive, you don't have any schedule. So sometimes you have to follow a system until you get to the point where you're like, okay, I got it, I know what I need to do, and then you can allow freedom within that. But until then, we need to be strict, because like me, I wasn't doing anything because I had no system. Also, another thing too, I got this. I'll put it in my Amazon storefront. It's a daily planner. Because I had planners, I love planners by the way. I had a planner for this year, but I felt like it didn't have enough space, and I also felt like I needed times in my planner. So let me show you how it is. It goes from 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. and it allows me to fill out everything here for my schedule. I have my top priorities, my gratitude, I have to-do lists, meal tracking, notes, my mood, and my health and fitness. And this has been super helpful, and it also allows me to check stuff off. So instead of just writing stuff down or even like putting stuff on my iPad or my computer, this has helped me a lot to be more strategic and be like, okay, you need to follow this. And sometimes what I'll do too is I'll schedule my routine the day before. So I already know what I need to do. So I'm not surprised and like, what should I do today? I have it written down. My next one is to limit social media use. Guys, if you're not a content creator, you should be limiting how much you use social media. It is so addictive to the point where I know you guys have all been there scrolling. You're like, oh, let me just get on TikTok for a little bit, and you are scrolling for 2 hours. Then you don't even feel like getting up, you're lazy. Well, not you're lazy, but you know, like it's so entertaining, or you're looking for that next funny video and you just keep scrolling, and then you don't do anything for the whole day because instead you're worried about everybody else that's being productive, scrolling to see what can make you laugh, what can make you feel better, what you can relate to. Sometimes you just need to get off of social media. It is so addictive, and sometimes we don't realize how addictive it is. Get off of it. If you're trying to be productive, you need a limit. What I try to do now is I'm like, especially now, guys, I have been in it. Y'all are gonna see on these YouTube videos I'm posting. I'm being productive. I'm being on it. I'm being consistent. But when it comes to me taking content, I'm not on social media until nighttime. Even in the morning, I don't even scroll. I might check something and then I get my coffee and I'm figuring out what I need to do for the day. I don't have time to be on social media because I'm trying to make my dreams come true. I'm trying to be productive. I'm not trying to waste my time just scrolling on social media when I know I have other things to do. So really try to limit your social media use because it will waste so much of your time. Okay, so my next tip is focusing on one task at a time. Avoid multitasking. This tip has helped me a lot because I'm the type of person where I will get overwhelmed if I feel like I have so much to do and then I won't do anything. So what I learned to do is, even when it came to like my daily planner, I would schedule out what I need to do every day, and then I would get to the point where I start with number 1 and then I'll end with whatever my last number is. Number 1, let's clean the kitchen. Check it off. What's next? Okay, let me cook breakfast. Check that off. Okay, let me go to the gym now. I'll do one task at a time so I feel like I'm getting stuff done without feeling so overwhelmed. Sometimes when you're trying to do too much, you get overworked, then your energy's all burned out. Now you don't want to do anything. Doing one task at a time allows me to feel like I'm being productive without using all my energy and without feeling super overwhelmed and without feeling like it just is too much and I just can't handle it all. So that's why I say focus on one task at a time, because you can give all your energy into it and also you can do your best. I'll give an example with content creation. Sometimes like there's days where I like to content batch, and even when I'm content batching, I still focus on one thing at a time. I'm creating this YouTube, I'm not focusing on the other tasks that I have to do today. This is my number one, so that once I record it, I actually like what I did because I took my time with it. You know? And it's okay if you don't get everything done within that day that you wanted to. Put it over to the next day. And now you can be productive with that. Sometimes you won't get everything done in a day, and that's fine. The whole point of this YouTube video is to be productive. And being productive is saying you're gonna do something, doing it, and we see it within your actions. The next tip is to fuel your body with proper nutrition. When you're trying to be productive, a lot of times you're trying to get so much stuff done throughout the day, and if you have no energy, it's going to be harder to do it. I have to always make sure I focus on, okay, morning, let's make sure we eat breakfast right before you even start the first task. After you're getting halfway done, make sure you eat. You need to fuel your body. Make sure you're eating healthy foods. Make sure you're eating foods that are good for your body. Make sure you're drinking water. Do not drink all these juices and sugary stuff all day, every day. Your energy levels are gonna be low. Drink water, eat healthy, fuel your body with the proper nutrition, and your energy levels will show. When you don't eat healthy, you feel lazy, you feel sluggish, you don't wanna do anything, you're tired, you're full, you wanna go to sleep because that mac and cheese hit. Eat healthy, a salad, I'd be like, ooh, okay, let's go to the gym, right? Even sometimes, you might not even feel it inside, but even just eating a salad or a healthy meal, like, it makes you feel good. Maybe it might not taste the best, but the whole point is, if you're trying to be productive, like I know that you guys are, you need to be eating properly. You need to be fueling your body and make sure you're eating enough. One meal a day is probably not gonna cut it. Trust me, I know. I will forget to eat because I'm so focused on what I have to do, and I'm like, no, I need to get this YouTube video done, I'll eat after. No, it can wait, eat. So the next thing I'm gonna talk about is it's okay to say no. It's important to set boundaries for yourself, and it's okay to say no to opportunities that don't align. Just because something is coming your way doesn't mean you have to say yes to it. It's important to check in with yourself and ask yourself, okay, do I feel like this opportunity is good for me personally? Do I feel comfortable with this opportunity? Also, does this opportunity align with my path and where I'm trying to end with? And if it doesn't, it is okay to say no. There's nothing wrong with saying no. I honestly think more people need to say no, because you don't need to be a people pleaser. The whole point of life is to enjoy your life, to live it how you want, to be respectful, and to follow the path that you're on. And sometimes if something doesn't align with it, it is okay to say no. A lot of times, sometimes you have to say no if you're trying to get to that next level and be really productive. It is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. Last thing I'm just gonna say before I end this video is just make sure to celebrate small wins. It doesn't have to be anything big. If you said you were gonna go to the gym and you went, acknowledge that for yourself and celebrate it. You should be proud of yourself for doing what you said you were gonna do, even just trying to be productive. Give yourself grace, because sometimes when you are in a rut, it is hard to get out of it, and sometimes I feel like people think it's so easy, and sometimes it's not. It is a mental game. Sometimes you feel so down, you can feel depressed, you can just feel like I'm trying and nothing's happening. So if you're at that point, you need to write down what you want to get done and then follow these tips. At the end of the day, if you want to be productive, there has to be some type of action towards it. You can't say you want to be productive, write a list down, and then not do anything after that. Productivity equals moving, putting an action to it. Keep that in mind. Yeah, just keep that in mind, guys. If you're trying to be productive, you have to be doing stuff. You can't just be sitting on your butt scrolling online. You're not gonna get anything done. It's gonna be very hard to achieve what you wanna do, because a lot of times what you wanna do requires action. Thank you guys so much for watching this YouTube video. I hope it was helpful. If you feel like you're in a rut, please follow these tips and I know that you will start progressing to become more productive and just get out of that rut. We don't want to be in the rut. It's the end of the year. Thanksgiving's coming up. Christmas is coming up. We're celebrating our small wins. You still have time. If you didn't get anything done since January 1st, that's okay. We're starting today. So just remember that I'm here with you. I hear you, I understand you, and just know that I'm excited to see you guys be productive and achieve your goals for the rest of the year. Thanks again for watching this video and stay tuned for the next one.